Welcome to another episode of Diplomatic License right here on City TV. As you can see, today I am wearing my yellow Brazil jersey. What does that tell you? We're coming to Brazil. We're here at the residence, Casa Amarela, the yellow house of Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. Many insightful conversations to come, lots to learn, both about Brazil and about Ghana, I imagine. And you're watching Diplomatic License on City TV. My name is Apioka Seremashong Abbey. Come with me. Welcome back. This is Diplomatic License on City TV. I did tell you that we have a very special guest today, not just because she's from Brazil, and Brazil is one of my favorite countries, but because she's an amazing woman. I've had the chance to speak with her while we were away, and her name is Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna. She is the Ambassador of Brazil to Ghana, and you get to meet her. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yes. And I mean, everybody's excited to see you. We love Brazil and Ghana. We love Brazil football. We love to read about the carnivals. We love the fact that it's such a country with rich culture, very similar to what we're used to here in Ghana and Africa. But we want to learn more about that from you today. But before we get into that, I want to start from, where you grew up. What part of Brazil are you from?
Well, I am from Rio de Janeiro, and I grew up in Rio de Janeiro. Before, in my early 30s, I moved to Brasilia to become a diplomat.
Okay, and what was it like in Rio de Janeiro?
Wonderful.
Growing up?
I used to go to the beach every day when I was a young child. And since I was a baby, I have photographs of myself, with the sand, in the water. And effectively, going to the beach is my favorite program.
Yeah, I like going to the beach too. And did you have any siblings?
No, I'm only child.
Oh, wow. What was that like?
There is words to define it. Solitude.
Yeah, siblings can be troublesome.
Yes.
And what did your parents do?
Well, my father was a lawyer.
Okay.
And a journalist also. And he wrote books.
So did you grow up reading a lot?
Yes. It was a favorite pastime for me.
Okay. Now, moving from Rio, throughout school...
My mother was a painter, sorry. I have to talk about her because we are feminists.
Yes, very important. And what kinds of things does she paint?
I can show you later. I had my dining room. I used to say that it's my mother's room. All her paintings are there.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And growing up, so from your younger years where you used to play a lot in the sand, by the beach, going into your teen years, what was it like going to school? What did you study?
Yes, I went to school all my life, to the French school in Brazil, lycée français.
Ah, donc, tu parles français?
Je parle français, c'est ma deuxième langue. Et c'est beaucoup plus facile pour moi de parler le français que l'anglais. L'anglais, je dois tout le temps penser à ce que j'ai dit, sinon ça sort comme une traduction du français à l'anglais.
L'anglais, c'est très compliqué.
No, it's not so complicated, but I prefer to speak French because I studied since my early days. But anyway, I studied in the French school, then I went to law faculty.
Okay.
So I was a lawyer for 5 years. I've studied law. Then I was a lawyer. I had my own cabinet with a friend for some time. And then I married and I went to Brasilia. In Brasilia, I worked with UNICEF. And then I decided to go to how do you say, to make the exam to enter at the Diplomatic Academy.
Okay. So, what took you through that decision? Because you were a lawyer, and I imagine you were successful. Because if you had your own cabinet with a friend.
Yes, I had my own cabinet, but when I went to Brazil, I didn't have it anymore, and I was always somehow attired by this career. I had thought of doing it before when I was studying law. I like very much to travel, to know different cultures, and I think it was a way of contributing somehow to the wheel of life, you know. And I decided to do it, and I was very lucky because it was a very difficult. It still is a very difficult exam, but I don't know. I had some inspiration from from the sky and from heaven, and then I passed the exam, and I started my career as a. No, I was 2 years in the Diplomatic Academy after that, and I started my career as a third secretary in 19, I don't know, very long ago.
Can you remember the year?
Yes, I can. 1980.
Wow. It's almost 40 years ago.
Almost 40 years ago.
And I fast forward, you are the ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. But before we got here, so from being the third secretary, in what country was that?
I went to Lisbon twice. I went to, I'll tell you the list of my postings. Lisbon twice. I've been to Portugal, so twice. To Brussels, to Belgium. Belgium, Italy, Paraguay, Panama, United Arab Emirates, and what else? My God. Montreal and Senegal, and I know I am in the 11th posting. How I came to here, I don't know. Just twice I was in Portugal, once I was in Italy, I was in Belgium, I was in, you count it. Yeah. But those are the most important postings I had. And I was always attracted by the, let's say, the soi-disant third world countries. They are not third world. There is no one world or two worlds or three worlds. There is one world only. And I was attracted to those countries. I wasn't much, eager to go to, I loved Italy and Portugal, yes. But I never strive to go to England or United States or I don't know, or those countries. I liked Africa, I liked all the amount of history, common history between Brazil and Africa, and I like Arab countries, for instance. Also, I am a third world person, and I like to be.
We love to have you here. But is there any reason in particular, do you know why you're attracted to African countries or to Arab countries?
To African countries, especially in Arab countries, because this is exotic, it is so different, so we don't even need a reason to be attracted to it. And they are so conflicted, yes. Till today, it's there are things happening there that shouldn't be, and they have a wonderful past history. But Africa is like Brazil, you know. My father was already very fond of African countries and African subjects and diasporic subjects in Brazil. He even wrote a book about it. About slaves in Brazil. And so there was something I always heard at home, and he was friends of all the black movements in Brazil, And so I started thinking about this movement in the South Atlantic and how Africans were important for this entity, for creating this entity called Brazil. And each day now the new researchers, they show that the Africans or African contribution was even more important than we thought. So, for instance, the other day I have read statistics that say that for 300 years, for each 86 Africans that entered in Brazil, 8 were from European ascendancy, were white, let's say.
Wow.
Because it's difficult to say that even Portuguese were white.
Yeah.
Because since the end of the 15th century, there were African people in Portugal.
Sure.
Especially in the south of Portugal, in the region of Algarve and everything. So that's it, and I always loved it. I love the remains of African culture in Brazil. I am very interested in the way Africans were able to, amidst those horrible conditions, they were capable of transform their African heritage, and so generous to leave us with this, not only with their work, which was very hard, but with this transformed cultural heritage. I love, for instance, Afro-Brazilian religion. Wonderful, candomblé, both. Candomblé is wonderful, so beautiful. So how people suffering such a lot could imagine this fantastic mythical narrative. It's wonderful. You think of someone who worked all day long in agriculture in very difficult conditions, under the sun, under the heat, and then still, as a community, they are able to create, to pick pieces of their own culture and to create such a beautiful mythical narrative. So for me, it's wonderful. Apart from that, music, samba, percussion, all the things I love, they come from Africa. And food also. When you go to Salvador, you're going to see, you think you are in Ghana or in Nigeria, you'll see it. So that's why one of the things, this is in what concerns my country's past. And I am very, I think I am very attached to it. All Brazilians are black in a certain sense. And also, but in the present, what attracts me a lot is the way Africa is dealing with this pressure from modernity, contemporaneity, modernity, entering in such traditional societies.
Yeah.
How they are dealing with it, how they are coping with it, and they are trying to insert their traditional values in new patterns of economic patterns or behavioral patterns. So this is what fascinates me in Africa.
Yeah.
And all the other things, the dresses, the beautiful things, all this, the music, dancing.
And you're right, it is very difficult for Africans. So me being Ghanaian, of course you had the slave trade, and then after some years you had colonization, and Then you gained independence, and like you're saying, you had to catch up with the rest of the world. Catch up with education, catch up with healthcare, the economics of it, build a private sector that can support the state, so that the state is not just the biggest employer, and they can focus on...
Without losing your soul.
Exactly, all that. And you're right, and thank you for highlighting that, because a lot of the time we feel as though people don't see it. And you know, coming from a country as beautiful, as big as Brazil, and being mindful of that, you know, thank you for that.
No, thank you all.
Thank you for that.
For being here.
Thank you. Now, I mean, you said, and it's obvious that you're very passionate about not just your work as a diplomat, but about Africa. Is being in Ghana your first time here?
No. I've been to Ghana many times between 2004 and 2006.
Okay.
I've been here 4 times, I think.
And this
for
is before
different reasons.
This is before you became the ambassador in 2017.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For different reasons. I was, by that time, in my ministry, I was the head of African division, Western Africa division. So I came to many African countries, 21 or 23, wow. I had to recount.
Wow.
Some for 2 days, 3 days, some for some more, like Ghana, for different working reasons.
Okay.
And so I knew more or less Ghana from the last time I came here was in 2006.
Okay. So that's 11 years before you finally...
13 years, yes, 11 years, yes. No, more, yes.
You came in...
No, 2004, I think. 2004 it was the last year I came here.
So that's 13 years. Yes.
13 years, that's it.
And you were in Senegal before? So
yes.
That's also as an ambassador?
As an ambassador, yes.
And what was that like?
Wonderful. Completely. You know, Africa is curious because in spite of being different realities, there is something that unites all Africans. There is a common thing, a common philosophy, a common way of seeing life. So Senegal is a wonderful country, a very sophisticated culture, and people are lovely. We were both together in Senegal. Marco was in Senegal when I was there. And I mean, people striving for a life, also trying to cope with the same difficulties. And so it was a beautiful city. Dakar is a beautiful city. And it has the beach.
Of course.
Here you don't have the beach.
The beach. Very important.
And, I was very happy there, you know, very, very happy.
And okay, so when it was time to come to Ghana, was it your choice?
Yes, as I told you, I was, by that time when I left Senegal, my ministry sent me to Canada.
All the way.
For me too, because I had a certain experience in consulates. I've been to 3 consulates in my life. And so I went there to be Consul General in Montreal. It was a lovely country, cold, very cold, but anyway, lovely country, developed country. No doubt that they have found a way of more or less equalizing the society, so this is important.
Some stability,
and not so inequality. They have found ways of diminishing a lot this inequality between people, and so I was very well there, and I had a son there with me that he was studying music at the Université de Montréal, but 2 years and a half, I was feeling the Bantu, as we say in banzo, as we say in Bantu language. Banzo, melancholy. And I went, it was time to, in some months, it would be time to change postings, so I came to the ministry and I said, please, I want to be ambassador I want to go back to Africa. Should it be Nigeria? Now I want an English-speaking country. Should it be Nigeria or Ghana and or I don't know, one of those, because they are the leading countries in the region and especially rich in cultural terms. So they said, okay. So, okay, you're going to go to Nigeria. And I said, but I'd like to deepen my knowledge about the independence process of Ghana here. And I said, why not Ghana? No, because Ghana, the ambassador, she wants, my colleague, she wants to stay some more. I said, okay. So Nigeria was fine. I was very enthusiastic about it. I admire Nigeria a lot. But then, one day, I was in Quebec, vacations with my cousin, and someone calls me from Brazil saying, do you want to be ambassador in Ghana? I said, yes, I do. And then I came. It was like that.
And you're very welcome. So what has the experience been like so far, the Ghanaian experience?
Marvelous. Each day I discover something new. I have been sick in the first year and half.
Oh dear.
And a half.
Sorry to hear that. I hope it wasn't malaria.
No. Nothing so important. I mean, surgery.
Oh dear.
But small things, you know,
just
but those things that never go back, you know. So I was not. It was a bit difficult for me, even to interact. You know, I was absent a lot of time. I used to go to Brazil to treat myself, but since the beginning of this year, things are fine now.
Back on track.
Yes, back on track completely. And I start going to festivals in Ghana and to...
Which ones have you been to, the festivals?
Oh, those of Kumasi. Wonderful.
So you've met Otumfo, and of course Otumfo has been to Brazil several times, so I'm sure that was exciting for you.
And I was here when he went for the first time. And I was dealing with, he never knew it, but I was dealing with the details of his trip in terms of institutional things. So I've met some chiefs and I started reading more about it. So now I have 2 years and maybe more to enter in the Ghanaian culture.
Which regions have you been to? Have you had a chance to go to all the regions yet?
No, not
now there are
the
16.
Regions. No. I passed by, yes. But I went to the north. I went to Mole Park, and I had the opportunity to travel around. And I went to the Volta region twice, and I went to Kumasi, I don't know how many times. To the eastern region also I've been. And here in the coast,
definitely.
I've been to the castles, I think, 4 times now.
Have you been to Brazil House at Jamestown?
Yes,
I think that's a very important connection between Brazil
and we are trying to work on it to see if it will be possible to do something for the revival of Brazil House.
Yes. I know as of now. So I'm partly
Ga.
Ga. Yes.
Hello. Hi. You are a friend of the couple.
Yes. So presently there are a number of artists who work from Brazil House. I don't know if you've met any of them yet. So we go to that space a lot and interact with it. But yes, the Tabom history. Some of our best tailors, our most famous and oldest tailors, like the Mortons, for example, are from the Tabom House. And so those Brazilian returnees have had a huge impact on our culture, especially post-colonialism.
It's a very interesting story because so those people went to Brazil because they were good. Those from the Golden Coast, no, the name was given. They went to Brazil because they are good in mining. They were good in mining. They were good in fishing. They were good in things specifically from here. And when they went there, they learned tailoring. They learned this and that. So it was such a beautiful exchange of skills, isn't it?
Yes.
So now we learned how to mine and to forge things. They are very good. They were very good forgers, and now they are wonderful tailors.
Yeah.
This is the kind of exchange of skills that has entered in the present by the means of cooperation programs.
Definitely. Now, do you have any children? I know I heard you mention a little earlier that while you were in Montreal, your son was studying music.
Yes.
Is he your only child?
No, I have 3. But they are... I used to say they are my children. They are my adults. 36, 33, and 30.
Oh, wow. Wow. So you could be my mom, my second mom.
Yes, with pleasure.
Because I'm 31. And how have they adjusted to, I mean, having a career mom is difficult enough.
Very difficult for
and
them.
of course, being a career woman with children is difficult enough.
Very difficult.
But now, having a career mom or being a mother who travels all over the world, how has that been?
I think that now it's more difficult for me than for them.
Now you miss them.
I miss them a lot. That's it. They are adults with their lives, and my eldest is a psychologist. The second is a translator and a musician. My girl is a journalist.
Oh.
Also. And so they have their lives. We speak every day, every single day.
Of course, technology makes that possible.
It's wonderful. We talk. And but I miss them a lot. They are my chosen adults, I used to say.
Have they been to Ghana yet?
The eldest, yes. He stayed here for 2 weeks because it's easier for him to manage his clients and put. The second, the musician, he's anxious to come. And he's coming. He has already told his boss that on March he's coming for his birthday here. And my girl, she's coming in July. Wow. She has managed also to take her vacations in July.
It's interesting because, you know, March, so the 6th of March is Ghana's Independence Day. And then the 1st of July is when we became a republic. So they're coming at very key times. And I do hope they get to experience some of the beauty that you have experienced.
Yes, they will. My son intends, the eldest one, intends to come to Christmas, next Christmas.
Wow.
He was very interested and he was very impressed when he visited the castles. And this is Brazilian history and its, roots.
True. That's true. That's true.
And what it has most, sad and heart
wrenching.
Yes.
It is very. I remember the first time I went to Cape Coast Castle, Elmina, and Elmina Castle made me more sad than Cape Coast Castle, maybe because it was just preserved better. So you saw the shackles, the chains. That's difficult.
Yes, but Cape Coast was the place where most went to Brazil from various parts of Africa. And now I'm going to be ambassador cumulative to Liberia and Sierra Leone.
Congratulations.
I'm very happy. Yes.
Congratulations.
In fact, maybe I'm leaving to Sierra Leone this week.
Okay.
And to
Congratulations. So that's, I mean, another huge space of history.
Yes.
We'll come back to that. We have to talk some more about Brazil culture, but we're going on a break. You've been watching Diplomatic License on City TV. My name is Apioko, and I'm here with Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna, Ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. We've been having a beautiful conversation about Brazil, Ghana, and everything in between. We'll be right back.
The moms and dads out there, we are bringing school to the radio. Parents, the Ministry of Education, the Ghana Education Service, GBC and USAID are starting an exciting new radio education program to help your child to continue learning to read at home. It is the Ghana Learning Radio, the reading program. Beginning 15th June 2020, some of your favorite primary school teachers will take you and your child through exciting, interactive and easy to follow radio lessons that will contain stories, interactive games, riddles, and humorous characters. We are planning 2 sessions of reading for B1 to B3 for your child from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, with repeats on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 4 to 5 p.m. Think of it as school on the radio during this outbreak of COVID-19. Stay safe and get ready for a whole new way of learning. Tune into the fun June 15, 10:30 a.m. on all GBC radio channels nationwide. We will be waiting for you. Learn to read, read to learn. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Education, GES, GBC, and USAID.
Welcome back. You're still watching Diplomatic License on City TV, and we are still having this beautiful, interesting, intriguing conversation with Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna, who is, of course, the Ambassador of Brazil to Ghana. And she's been speaking a lot about her experiences, not just in Africa and around the world, but in Ghana. And Her Excellency, Your Excellency, is here with us, of course. And I want to find out with you, to wrap up, this conversation before we start talking about all the beautiful arts in your home. What have been some of your most memorable experiences in Ghana?
Till now?
Yes, till now.
There are so many. First of all, first time I went to the Black Star Square. It's very... has a lot of energy there. Sure. You feel the weight of the country, and then here I'm starting by Accra, then going to the Kwame Nkrumah's memorial. Wonderful, wonderful place, wonderful sculptures, and also this energy. And all the things in Accra, I mean, strolling by Jamestown and thinking about this.
And the beach is there.
The beach is there, but I cannot go.
Yeah, we won't say.
Let's pass to the stage. Yes. I don't understand, let me say something. I don't understand why you just turned your back to the beach. The beach is wonderful. I hope one day you just turn yourselves to the beach.
Well, we don't understand either, and it's something that, well, for me, working in a media house, someone who, like I told you earlier, I love the beach just like you, it's something that will continue to make noise about it. We can't leave it the way we've left it.
No.
We can't. We can't.
You have to reintegrate the beach in the city.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. The sea is wonderful. Even if this sea was such a tragic road one day in the past, in the history of Africa, But anyway, the sea, as I used to say, comes and goes. They have tides, so you have to reintegrate it in another manner, no? Well, anyway, so I went to, and then around all the luxurious nature. This is something that always moves me. When I go to the Volta region or to the eastern region, and even to Kumasi, when I'm amid this wonderful, luxurious nature, all those green, very green trees and very strong trees, I love it.
And even the scent, it smells so fresh.
Wow,
yeah.
I love it. Yeah. And what else? All those historic trips to the castles. And when we participated in Panafest, the opening was something incredible. We're all chiefs and all the festivals. Well, I wouldn't be able to say which are the most interesting experiences. All of them have been. Always.
Yeah, we need to have you move to Ghana when you retire. Build a house for you.
If I can bring my children with me, it will be fine.
We have to do that. But I mean, it's so wonderful to hear you speak about Ghana in this way, and I'm happy that Ghana has been good to you.
Yes.
Yes, Ghana has been good to you,
and
we are very happy to have you here. But I want us to travel back to Brazil.
Okay.
A lot of the time when we hear about Brazil, not just in Ghana or in Africa, but around the world, on the internet, yes, football, and yes, I'm wearing my Brazilian jersey, just so you know, in yellow, Brazilian yellow. But yes, football is a big conversation. Amazonia is a big conversation. The carnivals. But I know there's so much more to Brazil. Yes. You know, coffee too, but so much more to Brazil. And I want us to sort of experience that through you, since we're not there now. So let's start with the art. I know Brazilians are very big on art and artifacts, and it's a huge part of the culture. I have some Brazilian friends, and anybody's house I enter, once he or she is Brazilian, there's art there. It's not just paintings, it's sculptures, metal work, brass work, even the way they arrange their flower pots, it's art. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I would say Brazilian is a very vibrant country in this field of art, even classical and now contemporary art. We have many things. In this house,
oh yes, we have to go around.
Everything, almost everything, is African.
Yes,
because most of my Brazilian things I left in Brazil. Okay. Brazilian handicraft and. But anyway, I think the ambience is Brazilian.
Very much so.
No?
Very much so.
Yes, so let's go.
This beautiful art collection.
Yes, from many parts of Africa.
I can imagine what it's like to wake up every morning and see this.
I love it. Sometimes I sit there to look at it.
So beautiful.
It fills me of joy.
Beautiful. So where's this one from?
This one is from this artist of Senegal, Tailors, and it's made of papier mâché. So,
but it looks like metal.
Looks like metal, but it isn't. It's papier mâché. Like this one, this very exaggerated lady. I think she's beautiful. Yes. And those two friends here are from papier mâché also.
And then the artist uses wax print.
Yes,
African print.
yes, he puts some wax in the middle. He always does.
Thank you.
With the lady, this one here. It's kind of a collage with many.
The Senegalese like birds a lot. It appears.
They love birds. They have the Jojo Park in Saint Louis, wonderful place for bird watchers.
And then up here, I see Ghana.
Here, you see two Ghanaian puppets. And then here you see an Angolese twins, the presentation of twins. And one of those had a collar here for children when they are having this
teething.
For them to chew.
Very interesting. Okay, and then these ones as well. This one is catching my eyes.
Yes.
Half human, half
fish.
Human,
half, Syrian. Syrian, we say. Yes. And it's from Nigeria, I think, because this looks so Nigerian thing, or Benin, or we have this entity of the candomblé called Iemanjá, Iemoja. And so Iemoja is Mama Wita, and it's a Syrian. And she is offering water or asking for something. And I have those two fantastic animals from Mali. I put them to God, Iemanjá. This I bought in India, the groups there. I have things from India. The vase there, and I have this sugar.
Because the Indians are very intricate with their
engraving. Yes. This is from Brazil. To serve gari.
Brazilian gari.
Yes.
Yes, in case you didn't know, there's Brazilian gari.
Brazilian gari.
There is.
And it comes from it's a typical indigenous people from the north of Brazil.
Okay.
Here you have things from Benin, and Benin,
okay.
I think.
It's a pelican.
It has a fish.
Some fish.
No, this is from Benin, yes. And this is from Mali.
Okay.
Here you have this thing made by an Italian ceramist who chose to spend his life in Senegal. Mario Petroni, he is the daughter of this and this.
And I see this lizard here.
The lizard is from Gambia. Like the other one there.
There's one on the wall.
On the wall.
I have a friend who would run away if she saw this.
My mom also. Oh, you stay there where you were.
There you go. And then I see all these books. I see Les Arts de Métro en Afrique Noire.
Yes.
So it looks like a good book.
It's a very good book. It's a guide for African metal work, handwork, you see. It's beautiful. Look at that. Wow.
Very intricate.
Yes.
And there's so much soul in the African metal work.
Yes.
You look at it and
And this is an example of the Dogon. We're going to see it there. But first, look what I have here.
I see James Barnell.
Yes. It's an honor to have this book. He's a wonderful photograph. Yes. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Not only this sense of capturing light, but also the subjects he chose that give you the historical idea of the thing.
Did you buy this in Ghana?
No. I bought it in Senegal. I have a friend, a very good friend, Amadou Diaw, who is a mecenate now. He was a businessman in the education field, but now he only does mecenate. And he decided to open the photograph museum in Saint Louis. And he opened it with a small, among other photographs, small exhibition of James Barnard, and he was selling the book. I said, no, I'm going to buy it right now. I've been looking for it.
You have to meet him one of these days. And he's
And
old
this
but
is-
very active. And Tabon.
This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
Because you have Tabon
Thank
cousins.
you.
This is a book written by an ex-lecturer in the Brazilian embassy.
Thank you. See?
Oh, you have a bit
Yes.
of my passion.
Yes, and I see Owari here.
This is
Okay.
the handicraft of the Brazilian people. You see how they have things that look like African, you see? But also you have the Portuguese heritage.
We are all one.
Yes, we are all one. That's
I
it.
see Owari. Do you know how to play Owari?
No, I don't
Okay, so I
know.
have to
You're
come
going
and teach you.
to teach me, yes. This is from Brazil. Was a very good ceramist who is dead now and painter, Brennan. And
And what about this ballerina?
this ballerina is from an artist of the Burkina Faso. He was the person who started doing those ballerinas. I bought it in Senegal. A friend of mine who owns a Galerie Arte, Joël Debussy in Senegal, she met the guy. She goes everywhere looking for, handicrafts all over Africa. She's coming to Ghana also.
She has to.
Yes, and he started doing this. This is bronze, but he worked it with tea bags, and then he painted the bags. So you have an impression of the fluidity, isn't it?
That is amazing.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Now they do a lot of them,
It's amazing.
and those are Dogon warriors. Dogon, seal of the from Mali, and that's it. Those are Portuguese chairs that I made.
You made them?
No,
you have them?
I had them upholstered.
So you
with those.
so you carry them from Brazil?
From everywhere. I bought them in Portugal in 80, 85.
Wow.
And then I keep on adjusting them because they're very old. And they were already very old. And I upholstered them with an African tissue from Congo.
Okay. All right.
Senegal, and then here and there.
It's everywhere. Okay, so I mean, we're going to very shortly look at your mother's artwork,
let's go,
which
yes.
here
Yes.
there's some
Here
very
we
interesting
have
pieces.
two. This is from Cameroon.
They use cowries,
Cowries, yes.
which are very
Cowries.
important in Ghana's
Yes.
history.
And this, but you see, there is the typical, Bantu handicraft. Those small beads and cowrie. This is typically from
Here
that
too.
region, Cameroon and north of Angola. And this is, those are from Bahia.
Okay.
They are called figa. They are supposed to avoid any avoid any evil eye.
So to ward off
Ward off,
evil
yes.
spirits.
And this is a mirror from a deity of the Candomblé called Oshun. She's a very beautiful and she's the goddess of love. That's it.
And then this painting.
This painting is from a good Brazilian modern painter, important modernist painter, Tomás Ianelli. His brother was one of the first, cubists of Brazil.
Okay.
what I call my mother's room. It's as you see, she was a very classical painter. She started painting when she was 60 years old, almost. No, 40 years old, yes. And in other epochs of Brazil. When she died, she was 86, 7, and she was trying to change her style. She was studying new ways of expressing herself. But if she was alive, she would be 106 now.
Wow.
So you can understand how classical she was.
Yes.
But I think this goes very well with the dining room.
Absolutely.
Pieces and that's it.
Very calming.
Very calming and classical. Those are all the embassies.
Furniture.
Yeah, furniture. So that's it.
It's amazing. Okay. Okay, so we've seen Her Excellency's mother's room. As she likes to call it.
Say, my mother is dominating the room.
Yes, and if you understand anything about art, you will see how classical her technique was. Very, very, very lovely. So the bottle on top and the 3 fish. Yeah. Very beautiful. And the cat, I love cats.
Me too. I have
cats.
He's upstairs.
I love cats.
Me too.
Okay, so we will be right back. We're going to wrap this up very shortly. You're watching Diplomatic License on City TV. We'll be right back.
We're about to change your Sunday night for the better.
Set your timers and join us every Sunday night starting from the 7th of June on The Upside Down Show. We will bring you the most captivating guests and explore the most amazing stories.
We will dazzle you with real-life situations and examine mind-blowing topics. Join me, Frema Dunyami,
And me, Ato Kwamna, every Sunday at 7 p.m. on City TV. Are you ready?
Casa Amarela. The yellow house.
Casa Amarela, like the one in Jamestown.
Yes, yes.
We made it on purpose.
It is very beautiful.
And I'm always restoring it, but it's coming out.
Anyway, it's fine.
Yes.
So, yes, to wrap this up, I have 10 words. When I mention each one, please mention the first thing that comes to mind.
Wow. Let's go Freud.
Yes? I know. Ready? Okay.
Ready.
Food.
Vatapá.
Sports.
Football.
House.
The place where I'm living always.
Architecture.
Brazilian architecture.
Beach.
Beach. Wow. Any beautiful beach. I mean, white sands and nice water.
Jewelry.
Jewelry, rings,
Okay. Hair.
long hair,
Long hair.
and curly.
Fashion.
I like African fashion.
Camera.
What?
Camera.
Camera?
Yeah, like camera.
Well, I don't know. I really don't. My cell phone.
And last thing, kitchen.
Kitchen. White, big, and full of my best friends and my family.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you
us.
for
So much
this
for having
interview,
us.
for
And we have a little
giving me
gift for
time.
you. So I know you like things that are authentically African.
Oh
this is authentically
my
Ghanaian.
God.
This is yours.
people. You are lovely. Thank you very much. This is wonderful. I have been putting an eye on those
So
bags.
now you have your first, so you can
It's
start a
wonderful.
collection. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So this is from,
Well, you're going
from
to
me,
see
from
me.
all of us on the diplomatic license team and all of us at City TV. This is for
You're
you.
going to see me many times using that bag. That
And please take
wonderful.
pictures.
Ay, so beautiful. And so African, isn't it? It's wonderful.
There you go. Oh, already. Isn't she lovely?
Thank you very
She's
much.
loving it. She's loving it. You're very welcome.
I really love it. Really. Thank you.
You're very,
Thank
very
you
welcome.
again.
And thank you for having us. Thank you.
I
for
hope to
having
have
us.
you next time I do a big Brazilian thing here.
Yes.
And we are going to dance ball.
Yes, yes.
How
we
do you
will.
call it?
Yes, Palogo.
Palogo. Isn't it?
Oh, thank you so much.
Almost.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Long live Ghana.
Yes, and long live Brazil. So today we've been with the Ambassador of Brazil to Ghana, Her Excellency Maria Elisa de Luna, and we've had a wonderful conversation about Ghana, about Brazil, about everything in between, about Africa and about the world. It's been a very insightful conversation, and I have been your host, Apioko Sarama Shong Abe, right here on Diplomatic License and right here on City TV. Please do stay tuned and look out for another exciting episode of Diplomatic License.